Alright, this is just a quick video about Watchtower. So I found it a while back and it's pretty fantastic, but recently I was getting these errors. So you can check the logs of Watchtower. So if I go to docker logs Watchtower, so I was getting a error in here and it wasn't updating the containers, but I'll get into that in just a second. But anyways, so you can check the logs, and if you want to know Docker commands, you just put Docker and then it tells you all the things. There's what I ran, and then I put the name of the container, so Docker. So my Docker container name was Watchtower. So one of the things, so I have notes, and originally I had run container. This is like the main branch. So if I go to GitHub, the repository for this is like, I guess, the main one, but it has been updated in, I think it was 2 years. So July 30th, 2024. And so searching around, I actually found this one. No, that's the original. Then I found this one, and it didn't seem to work. It did work, but it didn't. It still was broken. So I found this one, the ghcr.io. So sorry it wraps, but I'll put this in the comments to the video. But also I wanted to add that so if you go, they have like the Docker command to, like, so this one does have a name, and then it just has a volume. Well, one of the things that I didn't like was it was just whenever it would update an image or a container, it would leave these dangling images, and so I'd have, depending on the size of the container, I'd have tons of images just sitting in there for no reason. So I found this flag, cleanup. So if you go to the documentation, there's all these different arguments that you can add, and here's the one that I had. So cleanup. I tried some of the other arguments, but they didn't seem to work. So I eventually have my one thing, because also it didn't have, like, if you go back to the original one, it doesn't have to restart, right? So if you reboot it, your Docker, it doesn't come back on. So I've found that there's certain things that whenever I set up a container, I just have to add certain things like a name and restart always, or restart unless stopped, something like that. But then the rest is the same, but the place where the image comes from is, I don't know if this is a branch or whatever, but this one is updated to where it actually worked for my setup, so it started doing that. But then, like I was saying, the cleanup gets rid of the old image that just got updated. So it updates all your images or your containers that have an update, and this cleanup will go back and remove the I guess old images after updating. So it's nice, because then I don't have to remember to do it, because I don't. So, but I'll put this in the comments, and it's I put it on every Docker, even if I just have like one container running. It's just really nice to have, and I was kind of against it for a while, but turns out it's pretty fantastic. So thanks for watching.